Ava and Ben were inseparable as kids, growing up in the kind of small town where everyone knew everyone else's business. Life was peaceful, comfortable. Richard's grandson, David, was a frequent visitor. He was always polite, helpful, a good kid. Or so I thought. One afternoon, I went to David's room to return a book he had lent me. The door was slightly ajar, and I could hear him talking on the phone. I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but his words caught my attention. He was whispering sweet nothings to someone named Sarah, talking about secret meetings and how he couldn't wait to see her again. It wasn't just the words, it was the tone, the intimacy. It was clear he was having an affair. I was stunned. David, our sweet David, but who was Sarah? A wave of nausea washed over me. I felt betrayed, not personally, but for Richard. How could David do this to his wife? I decided to keep it to myself for a while, observe and gather more information before confronting him or Richard. Days turned into weeks, and I noticed a change in David. He was more secretive, always on his phone, and often made excuses to leave the house. One evening, I saw him sneaking out. He couldn't believe that Sarah, the woman he loved, had betrayed him like this. They argued for hours, saying hurtful things they would both later regret. Mark told Sarah to leave. She packed a bag and went to stay at a friend's house. The next few weeks were a blur of tears, apologies, and accusations. They went to couples therapy, but it was clear that the trust was broken. Mark couldn't forgive Sarah, and Sarah couldn't forgive herself. They decided to separate. It was a painful and messy process. Friends took sides, and family members were shocked. Sarah and Mark eventually divorced. Sarah lost her husband, her home, and many of her friends. She regretted her actions deeply and wished she could take it all back. Mark was also hurt. He had to rebuild his life from scratch. Infidelity is a complex issue with devastating consequences. It leaves scars that can last a lifetime. This story highlights the importance of communication and commitment in a marriage. But what happens to David? What are the long-term effects on Mark and Sarah? Some days are good, some days are awful. I don't know if we'll make it. The biggest question is, how could he do this to us? Was it just a momentary lapse in judgment, or did I ignore bigger signs? The most baffling part, the appliances themselves. Why was he keeping them at the other woman's place? Was it some kind of twisted game? It's a question I still don't have an answer to. Also, how was he able to grab my hand so strongly and not let go? Was this a moment of clarity from the Alzheimer's that he would remember for his whole life? If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more tales of mistaken identity and unexpected encounters, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Your support helps me create more videos like this.